Welcome to the third session of Heal with Art. And this part 3 is basically focusing on the actual mandala drawing. What did you miss out in part 1 and part 2? If you are not there, subscribed, and not watching this particular course from the beginning, if you have missed the part 1 and part 2, which is also very exciting and you will like it, just go to the description box and you'll find the two links for part 1 and part 2. And also, you will find it in the course tab of this particular channel of Mind Wellness Every Day. Just in case you have not subscribed, do subscribe and press the notification button so that you keep getting such updates, which will be very interesting to you in your healing journey, in your transformation journey, and improving your overall life in terms of psychology and understanding of mindfulness. So without making you wait further, we will proceed to the actual drawing of mandala art. It will be a beautiful journey which you'll enjoy, and it will heal you, detox you, and make you refreshed by the time you're finished with this artwork. So as we progress with the drawing, I'm also going to state in the background what will be the properties, the healing properties of this particular art. But before we start, just one more thing, one last thing. There is also a part 4 which is coming up, which is in this particular course, and it's very interesting. It's a video which will tell you about how to draw a Shiva mandal. And it's a beautiful artwork, and with this artwork you will also learn to meditate on this artwork, not just draw it but also how to meditate, how to gain more focus, more concentration while you're drawing it. Now this I'm telling you from my own experience and from the experience of people who have learned mandala art from me. So they too have felt that focus, that happiness, that detox feeling, and that healing feeling after they've done it. So what you feel also, you can write in the comments and share your mandala art if possible. So now we are beginning with the mandala art, and in this what we need to do is, on the page, first important thing is find the center point. So measure the page and both the horizontal and the vertical, and find a center point, which for me is coming to this particular center. This is the point. Now in this case what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rounder. With the rounder, now let's take roughly this particular amount of entire circle. So this would be our circle in which we are going to draw the mandala, and with the rounder I'm going to draw a circle. So this will be our outer lining of the mandala art. Now we need several inner circles also, because the mandala art goes circle to circle, inner circle, outer circle, like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a smaller circle in the center. With the same rounder, I will be taking a center point and a small circle. Next, keep the same point here and draw a little larger circle outside of this. So this can help us draw some artwork in this part. And what I'll do is I'll draw a little bigger circle here. It entirely depends upon you how you want to create the artwork. You can experiment as you want. So I've got a small circle, a little bigger circle, and a little more bigger circle. Now I need one more circle. So I'm going to take small and big circles so that the artwork looks neat and nice. And if you want one more circle here, Now this is our base circular pattern which we have made it ready. Now I want to also have uniformity, right? So what I'll do is I will have to use the scale and the pencil so that I can have equal parts of the circle. From the center to the outside, I will divide the circle. Then again in this particular section, I will divide it again into half. This quarter section also I'm going to divide again into half. Now again, we want to make more designing inside this, so we don't want such big designs inside. So I will have to again divide these parts into halves. Repeat it with these three also. I'm going to divide it in half. So now your base structure of the mandala art is ready. Now we can start filling up in this structure as we want. Now if you want one more smaller circle, I think that would be great. So we'll start with a very small circle in between also. So this will give us a starting point. I'm going to take a floral mandala art. So we can use the floral shapes whatever are available. So I'm going to start with a yellow in the center, a light color, I'm going to put a black border to it. To highlight it a little. Then I will put a little petal type of design here. Using the lines that I've already drawn, I'm putting the black dark lines now with the pen. I'm going to use a brown sketch pen to do the inner work, but I'm not covering it up entirely, just to show the shapes. So petal like shapes I'm using, not fully coloring the inner part. I'm leaving a little white so that it gets highlighted. Next, I'm using blue in the artwork, blue pen. I'm covering half of this particular circular part with petals. See to it that they are more symmetrical, because that's the key to drawing the mandala art. Try and make it more symmetrical as much as possible. Next, using a black pen, we can put the lines here first. All symmetrical. We have already done the base work, so it should not be a problem to put the lines uniformly. Choose a design. I'm using a petal again. Joining both sides, both ends. If you fill in like this in between, it looks beautiful at the end, because some dark portions are necessary, some light portions are necessary. Now again, I'm going to use some blue and draw some circular pattern here. You can choose the colors you like. Again, I'm going to put the circle with black. Using very simple petal shapes here over the full circle now. I'm using this particular line as the base, which is a little more in length, and I'm going to draw a diamond shape. Next, let's put a circle here with multiple lines. I've put 4 lines each, so I'm going to keep the same pattern of 4 lines so it looks good. Next, I'm going to take a double line here and repeat the shape. So now it started gaining a little shapes and it's looking more symmetrical, more nice now. We are going to put some circular patterns here. I'm keeping 4 each in one block. Putting some blue inside. I'm using a thick highlighter, a permanent marker for the outside boundaries. I'm going to put 3 petals in one part of this particular circle. In each, I'm going to follow the same. Now I'm going to put a little small circle dot inside each to make it more beautiful. Next, to just highlight, I'm going to put a dark line below these to make that circle complete, so it looks better. So hope you have enjoyed till now the process and the entire focus. How are you finding it? Is it feeling good, like you have forgotten everything by now, whatever is happening around you, and you've just fully engrossed in drawing it? I'm sure you're doing it that way. So now let's come to the last 2 outer circles that we have to complete. Choose a shape, whatever you like, but I can guide you right now what shape you want. Using a red highlighter, putting a dot in this particular portion, this one single portion of the circle, what I'm doing is I'm picking the center of it and putting a red dot here. So in each one I'm doing the same now. And around this dot we'll be creating the other shapes. You can use sketch pens, ball pens of your choice. If you use ball pens, they're going to have a thin type of lining, and if you use sketch pens, it will give you a nice thick bold look to your mandala. So you can choose whatever you like. Next, I'm going to use again the small black highlighter, put a round circular shape here. Around this dot, a little thick if possible. Do it for all. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to use these two portions together to build a shape. So I'm connecting this particular dot to this particular portion in the shape of a half petal. Same I'm going to do here a dot, and I'm connecting this in the shape of a petal, and I'm making sure it's crossing over this circle. So I'm taking two together to build this shape. Doing it for all now. First I'm making a thick boundary with red. Then put a red shape here. Connecting it like a petal. When you start doing the mandala on your own, what you're supposed to do is just experiment, just let it flow. What shape comes to your mind, just use it and just keep doing. So there's no need to be very calculative. You have to just let it flow and just focus on symmetry and just keep going. The focus on symmetry is especially important because that will enhance your it's like a meditative state and you don't think of anything else if you have that focus on the symmetry. All right, now it's looking a little better with a little shape filled up in between. Now we can use more of shapes to complete this. I'm using some lines here now. Use lines, petals, triangles, circles, dots. Keep using those different shapes. You can have your own shapes designed. There is nothing like a rule book to have the specific shapes. Only thing is symmetry. If you want, you can leave it like this, or we can fill up the rest of the mandala also. So I'm going to fill it up this time. Again, using the same reference of the petal, I'm going to make another petal in the outside. I'm going to use the red for the outer boundary. And in this, I'm going to make some circular design. Just to balance the central blue in the external ones, I'm going to put some blue here also. It looks good. So there we are, we have completed the mandala art, and this has taken around an hour for me to complete, maybe a little more for you also, but it's given that 1 hour of bliss. It's like you forget everything while doing this particular artwork. It's like a meditative state. In the next session of this course, we are going to learn about the Shiva mandala and basically how to meditate on this particular mandala art. So how to actually use this as a meditative art, even not just during doing it, but also after you do it, after you finish doing it, how to meditate on this mandala art. So it's a very beautiful process, and we'll be learning that in the next session of ours. So thank you for watching, and keep watching ahead also in the course.